What are my least favorite Power Ranger seasons from each era? But before we get into this, I would just like to clarify. That's because a season is my least favorite in that era doesn't mean that season is bad necessarily. It just means out of every single season in that era, that is my least favorite. Let's start off in the Zordon era, the era that started it all. And I already know you guys are thinking, he's going to pick Power Rangers Turbo. To be honest, no. It is Mighty Morphin Season 3. And let me explain. Turbo is just an awkward show in general. It started awkward and it ended awkward. I will go on record and say that the last episode of Turbo was the best episode in that show. But Mighty Morphin Season 3, oh my gosh, Mighty Morphin started off strong. I like OG Mighty Morphin. As somebody who was born in 2006, I fuck with that show heavy. I fuck with Season 1 and Season 2 Mighty Morphin. Season 3, bro, come on, bro. You dragging this shit. Why are we still with this shit, man? End it. They weren't even dinosaurs anymore. Even though they were using the dinosaur costumes, the identity of the show was completely erased by the third season. And I feel like if they would have used the Sentai clips from the show that Tommy Ranger suit is from, the show would probably be watchable. I spent too much time on that era, so let me just talk about the next era, the post-Zordon era. And I honestly think this is the only era with no bad seasons. I equally enjoyed every show out of this era, but if I had to pick a show I didn't really connect with like that, bro, it had to be the last show in this era. I don't know, man. I know we have Forever Red in this show, but if we really show that's the weakest writing in this era. And that's not even a dig or a diss at this show. This show is going against Time Force, Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue. But Wild Force is a good show on its own. Don't get me wrong. But compared to those three, it's the weakest. And in the Disney era, this shouldn't even be a surprise. Original drive. And I'm not even in that section that think this show is necessarily bad because we've seen it worse. This show is mid and it's surrounded by powerhouses. Dude, this show is sandwiched in between Jungle Fury and Mystic Force. Is that even fair? And my least favorite show in the Neo Saban era has to be Lobotomies.
Lovely setup.
And just the amount of fucking Lobotomies. I hate that show. This show legit has the worst writing in Power Rangers. They fully even the original
lead. And the win, almost guaranteed.
Well, Sony finally did it. They pushed the emergency button. They shadow dropped
great pressure high up the field.
PlayStation 4 today, hoping you'd forget about the whole physical conundrum that they're in. By the way, Sony, Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2, they came out on discs. I think you forget that, right? Well, let's take a look at these prices, because it gets really good here. Call of Duty Black Ops 1 on the PlayStation Store, what they're trying to charge you at is $19. $19.
Much lighter touch than that.
That's if you have PlayStation
Goes
Plus.
for a goal kick.
Okay, great. So if I don't have PlayStation Plus, it's $40. $40 for a 15-year-old game. Can you believe that? They're betting that you are going to resubscribe to PlayStation Plus if you don't have it, or say you canceled it because of these good-for-nothing Sony executives. You don't deserve your business, but they think that you'll resubscribe because you like Call of Duty Black Ops. But it gets better here. Let's take a look, because they can't just give you the game, can they? No, they're charging you for the DLC. The DLC for a 15-year-old game. Take a look at this. They want to charge you $9.89 if you have PlayStation Plus. If you don't, it's $30 over the season pass for a 15-year-old game. Oh, and it gets better here. Let's go and take a look at Call of Duty 2 because they dropped that, but it's this.
What a strike!
Well, Sony finally did it. They pushed the emergency button. They shadow dropped Call of Duty if you placed 40. You want the DLC? Yeah.
Great instinct there to cut it out.
Save 67% for PlayStation Plus for $30.
And there's Iniesta.
Let's go ahead. Let's just add all of this to the cart, shall we? Let's see what we're going to pay for 15-year-old games.
That is where it ends.
Yeah, it was good work right off the ball to win it back, wasn't it?
The actual game itself, $20. The actual game for $19.99. How generous. And Call of Duty Black Ops 2 season pass.
The Hurricanes come away with it.
Well, it's the same price in game today, $60.54. But get this, if you wait until August 6th, or you don't have PlayStation Plus,
in the away
guess how
end
much
having
these
a
games are?
tremendous time of it here.
$30.
Impressive performance they've seen, Sue.
$40.
Yeah, what a first half we've seen there. It's always nice to see goals as well, being up by
before
so
tax.
many. They'll certainly
In a
be the happiest
15-year-old
two
game
sides
that
going
you
into
can
the
pick
Having a
up
look.
at your local
Well, that
mom and
looked
pop
goal-bound
game
at
store.
first, but it's
20
ended up in
bucks
the
or
crowd.
less. Don't buy this slop. Sony doesn't care about you. The executives don't care about you.
I basically gave you the price.
So this is really scary.
And on that whistle, the first half comes to an end.
So this is really scary. Last year, this Golden clearly ever did.
Countries that produce way more World Cup players than the ones that actually play for their team. So, during the 2026 World Cup, almost 100 players on the field were born in France out of 1,248 total players across all 48 teams. France has some of the best youth academies on the planet, so this tracks, and their system pumps out talent year after year. But barely any of those players were singing the French national anthem before kickoff. Of the 99 French-born players at the tournament, 76 of them played for completely different countries. Algeria had the most with 13 French-born players, then Haiti had 12, DR Congo had 11, and Senegal had around 10. But to understand how this happened, you have to rewind about 60 years. France has deep historical ties to West Africa, North Africa, and the Caribbean, so families from places like Algeria, Senegal, and the Congo moved to France decades ago, and their kids grew up training in those world-class academies. When those kids became stars, many chose to represent the country their parents came from instead. But one teenager pulled off the most dramatic switch of them. His name is Ayoub Kouabi, an 18-year-old who was born in France and developed at Lyon, one of France's top clubs. He captained France's under-21 team back in March, then just weeks before the World Cup, he switched to Morocco. And the Moroccan Federation president personally visited his home to seal the deal. But the number that really shows how wild this is comes down to one final stat. I think 23 of those French-born players actually suited up for France, meaning the country basically sent one squad to the World Cup and quietly handed 76 more players to everyone else. Countries that produce way more World Cup players than the ones that old songs that came back to life. Back in 19...
He's asked plenty of questions of the back line. It's going to be difficult to contain.
He's played well, hasn't he? Obviously took his goal well, but his overall performance has been impressive too. Hopefully he can maintain that level in the second half.
This is looking good. What next? Taking a chance. A vital block.
Yeah, absolutely top quality, wasn't it?
This drives safely. They do regard to the car for the precision. Their lights and sides engaged, and the precision holds right up whatever.
It's been given as offside.
Which means it to the exception.
And there's going to be a change now.
Just like schools across the country require a funeral procession to yield to emergency lights because clearly there's a need to get to an emergency.
The Hurricanes regain possession.
Because it's emergency vehicles to yield.
Looking forward now to make the right choice. Put into the middle. Needs to clear it here. Union need to take better care in possession.
In Philadelphia, Chase is proud to root for the team because they're our team too.
Last but not least, go check out my merchandise, which is also linked in the description now.
Bit of a squeeze on here.
T-shirts, hoodies, and sweaters. Like this video. You know, working on this show,
Back with Union
we get
now.
to do a lot of cool stuff. But by far, my favorite
You
is the
simply
stuff.
have to get it closer than he did there. A sub about to come on.
That's when you become a superhero.
I don't know that's going to
Well, I guess anything goes on these non-union productions. Orson Welles, Stanley Kubrick, Alfred Hitchcock, Steven Spielberg, Scorsese, Wes Anderson, and a bunch of guys with some toys. But not Robot Chicken. I've been interested in filmmaking since I was a little kid. Knowing how movies were put together and trying to dissect how certain shots were pulled off was something I couldn't stop learning about. But help scratch that itch for behind-the-scenes specials on DVDs, something we see less and less of due to the decline of physical media. One show that I would have loved to see BTS content for learning about. What helps scratch that itch for behind-the-scenes specials on DVDs, something we see less and less of due to the decline of physical media. One show that I would have loved to see BTS content for was Power Rangers. Oh, and Blue's Clues. Kimmy wanted to know how Steve could do the Blues could do. Power Rangers, while far from a high-budget feature, had some pretty unique cinematography. It's exhibited a filming style that was certainly unique for the West. Another show on American television incorporates the action, the miniatures, the first perspective, and visual effects to this degree in length. To time, Power Rangers fans really only had a limited view into the production of the show, and only recently have started to get more insights thanks to the internet. As many of us know, Power Rangers takes footage from Super Sentai, the original show from Japan, that itself falls under the wider tokusatsu genre. When considering the cinematography of the show, you have to consider both the Japanese half and the other half filmed in either the US or New Zealand. Because of this unique production arrangement, we'll consider anything from Japanese footage as still part of Power Rangers cinematography. After all, the show isn't necessarily obligated to keep any specific shots, so instances of Super Sentai B-roll are as much a valid creative choice. I'll save the technicalities and specifics of how Super Sentai is filmed versus Power Rangers for later in the video, but here's some general guidelines for how to identify each. Footage from Super Sentai is generally deeper in color and with a darker contrast. There's a bit more grain to the footage, and when the Rangers are on screen, their suits are of a noticeably shinier material, at least compared to suits used in footage originally shot by Power Rangers. Obviously, another tell is to watch out for Japanese text and other giveaways in the background. Now, footage from Power Rangers is shot in either the US, specifically Los Angeles, or New Zealand. This will depend on the era of Power Rangers you're watching. The first 10 years were filmed stateside, then New Zealand for when Disney took over the franchise. No matter the country, compared to Super Sentai,
so that will do it for today, and it's the visiting fans who will go home the
quality,
happier.
especially
Your
early
overall
on, is much higher on Power Rangers. The suits also lack the shine seen in Super Sentai. Of course, when you see the Power Rangers actors, it generally means the footage is American or New Zealand shot. Finally, it's a bit of a misconception that all the fight footage is Japanese, especially among more casual fans. The Power Rangers production team will shoot their own action to either bridge the gap between the Power Rangers and Sentai storylines, or to cover up sections deemed unusable, such as violence that needs to be toned down. Another that I've discovered is that a lot of fans think the stunt helmet glasses are only in Power Rangers footage, but that's not true. It's in Sentai footage as well. Many of you mentioned not knowing this in the comments of one of my shorts. Knowing all this, it's not the end-all be-all to which shot came from where, but it's a good starting point trying to identify. Hey, 3, 2, 1, 8! I think. But since we're on the topic of footage from Japan, how about toys from Japan? I'm guessing for many of us, those elusive collectibles just feel too out of reach, and buying them through online Western retailers, yike, look at that markup. But fear not, you won't have to move to Japan for your collectibles thanks to this video's sponsor, Buyee. Buyee allows you to bid and make purchases on Japanese auction sites and marketplaces. First you win, then your item gets shipped to Buyee's warehouse. Then it gets shipped to you. How cool is that? I was able to get my hands on this practically brand new DX Tokuo, which is Sentai exclusive. We've never seen it in Power Rangers. I also got the SMP Victory Robo, also known as the Lightspeed Megazord, both for reasonable prices. And you can find gems like that and so much more by checking out Buyee. New customers get 10% off using the link down below in the description. They ship worldwide with a variety of shipping methods, payment types, and insurance. Special thanks to Buyee for sponsoring this video. A big draw to Power Rangers is its live-action fights, stunts, and pyrotechnics, things of which we really don't see a whole lot of on children's television. This is enabled thanks to the footage sharing with Super Sentai. The action borrowed from Japan is already filmed. Licensing that out is cheaper than building entirely from scratch. Some of that money saved can then be allocated elsewhere, including original fight sequences. That means there's 2 top-notch teams handling Wario. One in Japan and one in the US, later New Zealand. In Japanese footage, many of the suit actors are veterans who have mastered their craft and bringing these suits to life. In a show like Power Rangers, where the characters' faces are obscured, you have to be able to emote the body language alone. The team in Japan have perfected this over years, decades even, to the point of letting each character's personality shine and giving each one unique poses, stances, and fighting styles. The American team are also masters themselves, with many of the stunt crew also coming from Japan. There's a lot of crossover, in fact. These suit actors fly to and from to contribute to both Sentai and Power Rangers, and despite having some of the same people, Power Rangers suit acting has always been relatively more disconnected than Sentai. Now, I do want to hold my tongue on definitely saying fights and choreography from Sentai are better than Power Rangers. It's a complicated topic, but Power Rangers is a very different...
Power Rangers is better on more fights. That's what I'm gonna say. In my opinion, I think the unmore fights are indeed better. The choreography, in my opinion, is just way better than more fights.
Show with different priorities that go beyond choreography. As such, I personally don't think the directing always accounts for action in the same way Sentai does. It's not necessarily necessarily lesser, it just lacks some of the polish Sentai can get. I made a whole video about how this affects the suit acting in poses, but it applies to fights too. I recommend you check that out. Power Rangers' original fight scenes can be a little stiff or less characteristic, but it's still, at bare minimum, very impressive. I don't think it's fair to discount that. I'd say the choreo is A tier for what they shot in America and New Zealand, and S tier for Japan. That's about the difference. Barring silly stuff, of course, Super Sentai is just as guilty of that. You get a lot of influence from Super Sentai, so no matter the execution, you can still tell both productions share the same DNA. But it works the other way around as well. One thing that was prominent in Power Rangers that eventually made its way to Super Sentai was extensive wire work. Wire work, also known as wire fu, was a really big part of Power Rangers' action identity in the early 2000s. Though I'm sure earlier examples exist, Lost Galaxy's Green Ranger, Damon Henderson, would perform high jumps and bird-like moves, reflecting his Condor Galactabeast. This would come to a peak, being featured especially in the Disney era. I swear, gravity and basic physics just didn't exist while Disney ran the show. Now, Power Rangers didn't invent wire work. In fact, Super Sentai used extensive
And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. And Derek Ray here on the gantry, joined for commentary today by Sue Smith. And with kick-off just moments away, we really should be in for a magnificent occasion. It's the Hurricanes versus the Spartans.
Well, both managers will be reminding the players that it's important to get off to a quick start, really attack the opposition and put them on the back foot from the off. Hopefully we'll get a good game.
Ridiculous action was just very weirdly common at the time.
As a look at the starting 11 for the Hurricanes. Petr Cech stands between the posts. Rafa Marquez plays with and he's through here. The opening goal of this match. What a start to play.
Longtime second unit series director Koichi Sakamoto would bring the work of the Power Rangers back to Sentai. This is seen during his time with Kaizo Sentai Gokaiger, using elements of wire work as well as weak attacks previously made at Ultimate Power Rangers RPM.
Tucking it behind for a corner here.
We haven't even gotten into the cinematic elements of the fights.
Delivering it.
Both the American and
no-end
Japanese
product.
productions work closely with the director of photography's team. I mean, duh, that sounds obvious. Like, yeah, of course they're working together, but it's a bit more nuanced
Has
than it
gone over
makes
the
seem.
touchline
It's
for what will be a throw-in.
compared to dancing, except the ones fighting aren't the only dancers.
Alfonso
No, there's a
Davies.
third dancer as well. The camera has as much to do with the choreography.
Now the Hurricanes have it back.
It's kind of like a duck situation in this match. There's a great episode that's
Spartans moving the ball forwards. What can they do from here? Well, it came to nothing in the end.
Unofficial Sentai Akira Ranger. It's an adult-oriented comedy spin-off by the same people who made Super Sentai. So what's labeled unofficial is about as legit as it gets.
Kevin De
And
Bruyne.
the Rangers visit Toei Studios and is part of the plot of the day.
And the Hurricanes being afforded too much room.
During a fight with the monster, they're able to land
Having to
hits
shoot.
that
Well, just narrowly wide of the post that time.
The positioning of the camera makes it appear that the action is connecting. It's a common technique used throughout all Tokusatsu and by extension Power Rangers. Take a look at this 3-second shot.
Not a failure to keep the ball by the
You can
Hurricanes.
watch it over and over again. Notice how she isn't making any real contact? All you have to do is add some sound and then cut some close-up contact to help sell the illusion. There's kind of a controlled chaos to it. Let's use chaos control.
And teammates around him.
Again. Pay attention to the audio effects. Chaos control.
Say the Chinese get through the wall. I don't know Chinese, but I'm actually going to try.
Throw-in given.
Now that you're aware, I hope you see what I mean. This movement of the fight was
Maybe dangerous here.
easily thanks to the Power Rangers exclusive Tyranno-drone foot soldiers that were never in Japan. It's cool to see the cultural exchange of a Japanese filming technique applied to a Western production. A lot of what you see in Power Rangers is a cinematic melting pot of two different film cultures coming together.
How did they let that attack come to an end?
Thing over most major Hollywood productions, it's a sort of scrappy creativity. This has a fraction of a budget, but it makes
And a
do.
throw coming up after that authoritative challenge.
But sometimes it's about the idea of the thing.
Etienne.
So long as the general feeling is conveyed, it's
That's a good-looking ball. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay.
To attention to staple in these fights. The flip side, the choreography of the Rangers.
Oh, he looks threatening.
They seem to needless.
Keeper was there to meet it.
To a second round with Power Rangers fight scenes. Most episodes we get a monster of the week. Monster of the week.
Fired over by Messi. And he clears the danger.
We have a different form season to season. It's pretty uniform at this time. Sometimes
And space to cross it.
But otherwise, it was crew of foot soldiers and arguably the most well-known for the buddies for Mighty Wolfman. They do this thing in the background where they hide sandbag or menacing. Like that right here was a fighting game. There's usually 1 to 3 or so
Zico coming away with it.
But the rest are relegated
And
to wait
possibilities
their
here.
turn.
A real opening now.
Program shows depth. Maybe one cross in here. These
And a
graduate
chance
from
for
the background
Hurricanes to
practice
extend the
field
lead from this corner.
with the image of a Ranger outnumbered and
And the
fighting off.
referee will go back now to the earlier incident. Yellow card it is. Not troubling the keeper.
Appetizer to the main monster. Unless the appetizer is the monster.
Mikael Damsgaard.
Finally, it's also a numbers game.
Weston
Hundreds
McKennie.
of instant extras would be
And on to
expensive.
Sawa.
So having the same 5 guys in similar costumes
Good
in
tackle.
every shot can make it look like the Rangers are fighting the alien horde from Endgame. Now let's look into some editing techniques commonly used in Power Rangers. One technique happens during certain cuts between shots, specifically cuts that happen mid-action. Take a look at this shot of the Blue
And he's
Rangers
driving his team
taking
forward.
a swing at a hitting hat, one of the foot soldiers this season. She technically
Looking
doesn't
broad.
twice.
And what a save!
Into the
It
next
looked as though that
resets and
header
she
was
swings
going
again.
in.
When editing
Yeah,
for
what
film,
a save. That was on top of him in the blink of an eye.
by
He did well to
manipulating
stop
where
that,
the cut
didn't he?
is, you can achieve a different effect.
Well,
What's
just
being
1
done
minute
in
of
the second
time added
half is
on for
not
stoppages
cutting
here.
continuity. Instead, they repeat the action
And
by
a
a
free
few
kick
frames.
given.
This helps to register the action in your brain. The action is usually too fast to notice. This technique maximizes readability while remaining practically invisible
Nicely
unless
saved.
you're looking for it. And because the action's more readable, it feels more impactful. Now, if repeating the same action in 2 different shots was a simple way of making the action more clear, here's another that's a bit more blatant. It mostly happens
Messi
in
with the
Sentai
corner.
footage and less so in modern day, but they'll sometimes just
And there it is, the half-time whistle. Ball rolling again. Spartans trailing after the first 45. Can they find a response here in the second?
Suspenseful, isn't it?
Zico
Send it too soon.
doesn't have to do it on his own. Zico! An alert reaction to tip it over. Kevin De Bruyne with the corner.
Where is the prince?
Could be. Oh, really commanding goalkeeping. The corner courtesy of Lionel Messi.
I almost love 16.
Stay here.
Well, that attack collapsed completely.
Yeah, he stopped that one in its tracks, didn't he?
You're in no shape to travel.
Weston
You'll see
McKennie.
us for sure if we try to leave now.
Damsgaard.
No.
It's with Martinez. Sawa.
Little squirrels. Sarcastic.
Top one neighboring.
This looks interesting. Just the challenge that was
They fill
required.
top blocks.
Well, possession changing hands over and over again.
Oh.
Promising move this from Hurricanes. Messi. Lionel Messi has turned infield. Messi! Oh, top goalkeeping! Substitution then. Let's see how it affects the match.
He's just trying to
Let's
force
see
her
about the
out.
delivery. Oh, that's a really important touch on the ball. Fine goalkeeping.
How much will always almost thick?
Prince.
Yeah.
And swept out of there.
How much will always almost thick?
The Prince.
Yeah.
Counter-attacking chance. Homare Sawa. Decent idea. Oh, chance! And a good save there.
myself than I thought.
So I'm bringing the power up.
Can he deliver it with accuracy?
Sweet.
Hair looks so awesome.
Yeah, the long hair does look really cool.
I love it.
Sweet.
Hair looks so awesome.
Yeah, the long hair does look really
I
cool.
love it.
Opportunity it is.
I love the soundtrack too.
Do you think Vegeta can handle something by himself?
Well, the keeper had plenty to think about with bodies around him.
We don't know what he's capable of.
Garcia.
Idea how powerful troops Vegeta have become.
Opportunity
They've
here.
got to try and stop him.
Looking
If
to
they
double
do,
his tally, but
if
denied
Cell
on
gets
this
his
occasion.
way and manages to absorb an team, there's no telling what kind of horrors are in store for them.
And the Spartans
That's
are
true.
able to retain
It's as
possession.
simple as this.
Mhm.
Cell wins or loses.
That is pretty simple.
Well, just listen to this atmosphere. It's been
We don't
such
have
a
time
tight
to wait
game.
for
The
Goku
fans
and
are
Goku.
certainly doing
Hang on,
it.
Sue. A chance.
Tien, you know you're no match for Cell. All you have to do is wait
Another goal
one
from his
day.
corner
Then
would
with
in all
Goku and
likelihood
Gohan's help, you
secure
can
a
crush
victory.
Cell.
Did you see Trunks sleeping?
And that's probably
Oh.
being charitable.
You okay?
So she screamed in his ear, Mama. I need to see
Get away
this.
by the Spartans.
My ass was heavy.
Oh, what an opportunity.
It's
It's
hard to breathe.
It's just me and you now, Gohan. Get used to this. You don't have a choice.
Wow.
Now, are you sure that you're ready to train like Trunks and Vegeta?
Yes, I am.
Fine pass.
This is in his blood.
Past the defenders.
You can take that man over
Not
there.
finished now. The goal.
Goku showing him around the time chamber.
And will do it.
This is where the food is kept.
You have some word for it.
Looking rather
You can take
comfortable
that
for
man
them.
over there.
3-0.
Yes, I am. Let's do it.
This is in his
We
blood.
will have a couple of additional
You can
minutes
take
at
that
the
man
end
over
here.
there.
Now, can she put
Goku
this
showing him
in?
around the time chamber.
A goal.
This is where the food is kept.
You have some word for it.
On this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them.
This is everything we're going to need.
Yeah, I guess the
Well,
rest
here's the replay, and what a run this is. They just
Let's
couldn't
get started,
get
guys.
nearer, and then she
I
manages
don't
to keep
understand
her
why
cool
I
at the
couldn't
end
even
and
last
finishes
one
it
in
off
here when
well.
I was a kid.
And there goes the
So I totally
final
forgot
whistle. And the
Goku
home fans are going to be happy about this
Just
outcome.
completely don't remember that.
Was he Gohan's age?
I'm not sure.
How is this possible? How can this be coming in the middle of nowhere?
I know. That's so crazy.
There's nothing out there.
That's right, Gohan. It stretches for an eternity.
That's something.
He's getting like Snake's way a little bit.
Imagine how horrible that would be if you met him at Stadium. That's what Trunks was saying when he stepped in.
Yeah.
He's like, how are we gonna do
At
this?
least he wasn't alone in there. Maybe that helped.
It's just every single file that they could possibly find. 16th set?
Just do enough to do everything else with them.
Yes, besides her. Try not to kill everything besides her.
And she's gonna get saved by the little one. True. She's raging so hard. Students?
He's literally destroying
How has
everything.
he not hit their island yet?
Stay still. Sal is watching carefully for any movement in the area.
We are back at Woodbridge, and you know what that means. 2 legs, volleyball, pickle. I'm not so sure about that. She moved. Say what to say it.
Yours. Yes. This is the meeting. Did you see the smirk on his face?
He knows he's got something up his sleeve.
What do you expect? To be honest with you, like just blurt it out.
I'm expecting him to somehow ascend beyond.
Well, conditions really couldn't be any better here tonight. A very warm welcome to you on this fine evening. Joining me, Guy Mowbray, for commentary will be Sue Smith. And with the atmosphere building up nicely, what a match this promises to be. It's Seleção Canarinho, and they take on the Hurricanes.
I'm anticipating a good match today. It's important they get off to a good start, lead their way into the game, be confident on the ball, and hopefully we won't be disappointed.
Taking a chance, and there won't be any rebounds there. This is today's Seleção Canarinho lineup. Iker Casillas starts in goal. Franco Baresi starts.
I think he's going to score here.
He's offside here.
I am the strongest in the books. That's where you're wrong.
Well, there's one left behind.
Just
Well,
look.
certainly wasn't a clean tackle. Might go in the book here. First booking of the game.
Yeah, the ref's sending out a message there, isn't he?
Now thinks he can just defeat Cell on his own.
I don't believe you are as foolish you think you
Decent effort. A bit of a gamble to have a go from there, but it very nearly worked.
It did, and that's a great effort, guy. To attempt the shot from there just shows that he's full of confidence, and that doesn't miss by much.
Truth is so badass.
Possession taken by Baresi. It's all gone a bit schoolyard.
Yeah, it's all a bit rushed in the middle, isn't it?
Because it's 2 saves for the price of 1. Your other friends
Ball out for a throw-in.
interruptions, and he's only here to watch the fight.
Hurricanes need to take more care of the ball.
Just you. To a challenge.
You need to see this.
Well, he went for power.
Wow.
Plenty of it, but it's whistled wide.
I think it's time.
I agree with Cell. Vegeta is
Whether
no
it be
match.
for club or for
He has
country,
no chance.
there is no finer
Got a lot
sight
of
than seeing
haters.
Lionel Messi in full
Don't
flow.
you think that
What are we
would be a good
expecting to
time
see
to
from him
say?
today?
Yeah, he's such a talented striker of the ball. He hits it so cleanly, manages to get so...
Hang on, Sue, they're in. It's in. 1-0. And that could change the shape of the game. So it's 1-0 as the ball gets rolling again.
How could he have changed that much so quickly? Was he just
Kalidou
toying
Koulibaly.
with me? Do you really think he might beat
Still
Cell?
going here.
Yes.
It's on for the shot. Oh, against the bar. The road to goal has ended up being a road to nowhere.
Witness a powerful scene.
Well, that wasn't far away, and a 2-goal lead would have certainly changed the game and the approach. But as it is, though, it could still go either way.
That will be a throw-in now. Quick whistle from the referee, foul given. Nedved. Chance to cross here. Oh, could be.
Dude, what?
Collected by the goalkeeper without any great need for effort.
Good.
The Hurricanes have it back.
Vegeta can't beat Cell.
De Bruyne. Might get caught on the break here. Couldn't quite take advantage in the end.
Well, I thought they were in there, you know.
Did they go just put his...
Koulibaly.
He put his cage.
N'Golo Kante. Moises Caicedo.
The vastness of this place gets you.
Pick out the right option. And the promise of something happening is over.
So cool.
Moving through on goal.
Look at this.
I don't want you to go out there
Doing everything in his power to keep his side alive.
never get back.
Yeah, that's a save to remember, isn't it?
The temperature can change fast. The air gets denser the deeper you go, and the gravity is 10 times that of Earth's.
Wow.
It's not a very safe place to be by yourself.
Needs the
You'll be here for a year, so you have to make sure you don't get separated.
True.
But no booking this time.
No, and I thought you
He's
could
starting
have
to
got
freak out a little bit, huh?
This isn't going to be a holiday. We came here to train.
Yeah. Oh, you can walk? Oh,
There you go. That's the threshold.
Yeah, what's that first step? It's a
grip on the
doozy.
game. And it's in.
I've been so stressed by stats.
It's tough, but trust me.
2-0 then, as we get started again.
Wow.
Caicedo.
Listen, son, you are going to become a Super Saiyan.
Really?
Nedved.
So young.
And the Hurricanes have given the ball away.
I really can.
In time, but we have to take this training very seriously. Of course, we'll take it one step at a time. When you're ready, you'll move to the next level.
Harry Kane.
But it's not going to be
Baresi
easy.
comes away with the ball.
It'll be the toughest thing you've ever done.
And the whistle brings the first half.
He's the best person to help him train.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Know that you'll be able to do it. And
We're
don't
back
forget,
underway.
you're a
45
descendant of
more
the
minutes
Saiyan
to
race
come.
too.
So beautiful.
I want you to do the best that you can. And no matter what, I'll always be proud of you. Understand?
Goku's such a good dad. I don't know why they bash on him.
Such a great bonding experience.
That's the only thing that matters to us in this place.
Another play. Throw in to come.
I want you to train hard and become stronger than me.
Whoa.
He's stronger than you.
And out it goes
That's
for a
right.
throw.
That's what I want to see. And I think we can do it together.
I really think that's possible.
Good
Trunks
work.
said that I
Recover
eventually
possession.
become a Super Saiyan in the future, and the android still get me. The vision will still come true.
Looking to put the cross
That's
in.
nonsense, Gohan. The future's changed a lot since Trunks said that.
True.
I was supposed to get sick and kick the bucket. But look, I'm still here, so you can't believe everything Trunks has said.
He's been worried about that, I think.
Yeah. It's all up to us now.
A promising move stalls.
He's so determined.
Gohan, you should know I'm a stricter teacher than Piccolo. Think you can handle it? Yeah.
He knows that. Did he train on the island for years? He punched him and kicked him in the face and everything.
Sweet.
Piccolo is really good too.
To cancel out a brilliant effort.
I need to see this.
Delivered into the
He's
box.
sending so
Hasn't
much.
been decisively dealt with.
What?
Messi. Oh,
Look
should
at that. He's making the earth like shock blow up.
Move ends there.
Vegeta's transformed.
All a bit
It's
wild.
bioelectricity.
That's
Yeah, they need to sharpen
It's
up
destroying
a
the
bit.
land around him.
Could get it over now.
he got
Carry forward this.
such so windy. Oh my gosh.
Well, for good measure, we can see it again, but
How will we know when he
He was
changed?
going in, it's obviously not in.
on that one.
I think he was going in.
Yes, maybe he'll make his first attack. Good foul.
And that's safe and secure goalkeeping.
What in the world? They should have run away with that blast. Yeah, you were wrong.
20 minutes left to play.
I like the hat Baby Trump's always with.
The ball comes in. Got the corner away.
RDCM, the king, the prince. I
18 is shot.
Did it. He's a second.
What?
Ooh, got in the way of it.
Yeah, that was so important.
Move, I want to see it.
The dust. That's the settle.
Sustained pressure. Can they take advantage now? And it's been given as offside. Promising looking ball. Intercepting. Great reading of the game.
He's huge.
And play on.
He's jacked.
Yeah. Looks like he's on steroids long here using that chain. Do you see his shoulders?
Having a try.
Do it again, Vegeta.
At Verizon, we're always creating the newest pieces of our network for our customers and making sure that we're able to meet them where they are, how they work from home, and how they've been evolving to use our network in different ways. So this new app that comes out, or if it's a new way that people...
Nice.
They can't
No
believe it.
time.
Vegeta puts his strength to the test and delivers a power punch.
He's in the gut already.
That's where it ends.
Stay tuned for scenes in the next episode.
And a play for a throw and maybe just a lapse in concentration.
What'd you think of this
And
one?
it will now be a yellow.
Yeah, you can't argue with that, can you?
And he's certainly made his mark on the game. But now time for someone else to have a go.
Go check it out for early access to our footage, exclusive content that's all man-made. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to this channel. Also subscribe to our second channel, which is in the link in the description. We're turning that channel into a vlog channel. Last but not least, go check out our merchandise. We have backpacks and capsule corp, t-shirts, hoodies, and sweaters, all in the link in the description. Like this video, comment down below. With all that being said, let's get started with the episode.
Ooh. Did you see Shockwave go through his head?
That's nuts.
He like this.
And there's the final whistle. A positive result, at least as far
It
as
was
the
the
away fans are
punch
concerned.
that like went
Your
up
thoughts?
and inflated his head.
Well, there's one left.
He does. He's like the king of saying that.
Can you see that? Soul's taking a step back.
Yeah, it's like he wants to stop. His face. Can you believe this? Patchwork of all these people, right?
He looks so badass here.
Maybe he does have the power to finish Cell. Why is he so safe?
Hello and thanks for joining us live here on EA TV. My name's Guy Mowbray. I'm joined by Sue Smith in the commentary position. And we should have a cracking contest here. It's the Hurricanes and they take on Football Friends.
Well, I can't wait for this one. Both sets of fans are certainly up for it. I'm sure that'll give the players a real boost. They'll be hoping to start the game at a fast tempo.
The temperature fluctuated wildly, sometimes freezing cold.
What? Here's how the Hurricanes line up today.
Yeah, it looks to be a 4-4-2, and you'd expect the two strikers to occupy both centre-backs. When they attack, they'll combine, and the wide midfielders, they'll get forward to provide crosses for them both.
The Hurricanes in a really good position. Ball takes it on, and it's an early lead. A terrific start.
Here it is again, and he catches it so well. It's a great technique. The power just slips it past the goalkeeper.
Because one's got so much.
Underway.
What? The heck?
Stay away.
I was just we see him.
Everything became clear. Those raging flames hadn't been a product of the time chamber at all. They had come from him. Their intensity.
Oh my gosh.
Best. Then my father reached his goal. He would achieve an unprecedented goal. He would surpass a Super Saiyan.
Good body position.
Unbelievable.
Dude, Vegeta.
Given away. Real opportunity. Oh, you can't stop them now. They've got another in double quick time.
And Vegeta doesn't
Well,
care.
if you look at it again, you've got to say it's thoroughly deserved. They've been
You
the
missed
best
this
side
one
of
thing.
play, creating chances, and you just wondered when the goal was going to come.
2-0 then, as we get started again.
Endless succession of days and sleepless nights.
Oh, a drop in focus
Such
and a
effort.
quick throwing
It never
conceded.
involved my mind and my body been closer to the breaking
Seems like it.
No time to dwell on it.
persisted. The enormous shadow that loomed over me, a constant reminder of my goal.
De Bruyne having a try. Good save from the
Close to
keeper.
mine as well.
Vegeta's determination.
Played in
Was
now.
determined this
It's away, but not far enough.
every
Lovely
action was
defensive work.
directed toward this
Yeah,
singular
snuffed out nicely.
He's like channeling his inner father.
wishes to
Jürgen Strand Larsen.
I watched him from far. Cool. I would achieve the greatest he desired. He would climb any mountain that stood in his path. I felt
Oh, what a chance.
his first
I want to help you do it, though.
Stunning defending.
so that one day I might face my purpose his ear.
Wow.
And he knew that I was so
That was the most beautifully said thing I've ever heard.
His father
He couldn't put in.
flies with
And a
the
firm
wolves.
grip kept on the
And
ball.
Vegeta's like willpower and determination. It's like it's unreal.
Rich
Being
chains.
tightly squeezed.
myself
What a chance here.
making them
And
understand.
they're 3 in front now. What a performance this has been so far.
You don't have to face them.
And when
Oh my
back
God.
underway,
That one gave me chills. Oh my gosh.
He's
It's
like
crazy.
so passionate for his father's like heart. Like he sees through
The tough
decent
outside. Yeah.
and like really cares about him, even when his dad shuts him down over and over and over.
This could be
The
threatening.
only thing Jaden trusts in the time chamber was his willing to prove himself to his father.
His father never loved him. He just had to observe it.
To make it 4-0.
But that's how Vegeta is. He's a lone
And
wolf.
it's in. A show of
It's been that way his whole life.
It's
True.
Since the beginning of the show.
Scoreline
So,
tells
you know,
it. We've seen it. One-way traffic as the game resumes.
It's incredible for Trunks to like see that instead of being like affected by his.
What do you think of Vegeta? He's picking Cell apart.
He seems to have an edge for sure. There hasn't been any like too much crazy battling yet though.
And the forward progress continues.
Whoa, this scene is really cool.
Oh, what a goal!
What is it?
Hear me saying.
That's a quite incredible hit.
And then the finish is absolutely superb. It's great coordination to connect with the ball in the air. What a goal!
Did you?
And off we go again with the gap now a full 5-0.
Yes. A celebration of football being hosted here in North America. Here in the 2026 Panini Prism Monopoly FIFA.
Well, not long to go until the break, and the hosts are in complete control. Your thoughts on what they've shown us?
Yeah, this has been a really good first-half performance. They've dictated the pace of the game on the whole. They've made some really good opportunities too. I'm sure the manager will be happy going in at the break with this advantage.
Hurricanes being afforded too much space here.
Yeah.
And this.
And now the play goes for a throw-in.
Where is she?
Tell me how Trunks and Vegeta are doing down there.
She's so
Oh
worried.
yeah, she's up here.
James got set.
On he goes, terrific.
That's great. How about some detail?
I can see it from up there.
Hey,
And on that whistle, the first half comes to an end.
it's a cool sound.
Why does he like that?
What's wrong with him? Hey, Trunks, your dad's beating
Off we go, the match is
So
underway.
cute.
Be just like him.
The Hurricanes
No,
in a
don't be
really
just
good
like Vegeta.
position.
Why is he funny?
Ball takes it on. And it's an early lead. A terrific start.
Literally, Vegeta never changes, does he? This happened before with Frieza.
And the second half is underway.
Let's see how Gohan doing in here. Wow, the support craft came from this.
Played in with that. And the shot
He
thwarted.
just always gets all the eyes.
You can't become a Super Saiyan just by increasing your power level.
Pressing from the front now.
It doesn't work like that. The power comes in response to a need, not a desire. You have to create them.
So beautiful.
Use the pain of love.
But his dad died once, remember?
Hey, now here's an idea. Try
It's
to
a pretty
imagine
poor
that
error, to be
Cell
honest. Didn't have to do that.
expanding all of your friends.
Oh, that's a terrible thought.
Getting closer.
Oh, yeah.
It's behind for a corner.
Well, then make to Frieza instead.
Did you hear what Goku said?
Close enough.
He said a constant response to a need, not a desire.
That was so beautiful. And it's true. For the other two, we don't really know much about, like, I guess kind of for Trunks too.
Right into the box.
Oh,
That one's gone out. Throw in to come.
That was so sad. That was Gohan's like best friend.
Well, she's put in a thoroughly dominant display so far. What have you made of her, Sue?
Yeah, she's been a standout. The difference between the two teams, and at times she's been unplayable. Her goals were clinical, and she just looks so eager for more.
Yeah, so he's remembering all of this right now.
He's seen a lot in his small life.
This takes us back. This is so long ago for us.
The animation's so different. Super Saiyan Goku.
Do you remember watching this?
Yeah. This is
body in the way.
Goku got to become the Super Saiyan he was from this game.
Very quickly closed down.
Wow. I was so upset when Goku died.
If you go back and watch your reaction to this.
Because he couldn't get out, right?
Yeah.
But then he just went to us mainly today while I was Did she just become a Super Saiyan? Was that
We've got
Flash?
20 to go in this one.
It is! Oh my gosh, did Goku see that? Oh, they're so cute.
Football friends recovering possession well.
Oh,
That's enough for today. You burn yourself out.
Stupid dash.
you guys! I love it. It's so special they're here together. That was so beautiful. They go on really just become a Super Saiyan.
He,
Really just did it.
yeah, kind of did, but it wasn't sustained.
Quick to snatch it back.
Yeah, it was nice up to a point, and they just lacked that bit of quality, didn't they?
Well, you saw this coming after History of Trunks.
Yeah, but he was much older then.
Yeah. But then Goku also did say, when they entered the time chamber, this is what we're going to train you to do.
Pressure high on the pitch.
That was so awesome.
The goalkeeper is owed one for that. And that'll go out for a corner.
Wow.
He's punching everywhere. Look, he's going so fast we didn't see it.
How do you win the FIFA World Cup on Airbnb?
Played in
Near
now.
the stadium. Jump into a pickup game with your friends.
Well, danger averted, but it will be another corner.
His tails are not surrounding him.
Unable to find anyone with that. That set up the chance. Well, he went for power and got plenty of it, but it's whistled wide.
Defensive.
Definitely.
And it comes down to the final 5 minutes. Promising looking ball. Good score here. Oh, you can't get any closer than that without scoring.
Well, he's just blasted it, hasn't he? And he's hoped that the power would take it in. Unfortunate, but you've got to score there.
Not so much given away as cleverly won.
Yeah, no messing about there. He saw
Trump's
that coming,
unbothered,
didn't he?
so really not over.
Now,
Trunks
it
and
has
Gox
to be.
from Little Space.
Not in trouble.
If he can move, the school's going.
Winning the ball back in a promising position. And the game comes to an end with the home fans in the Hurricanes in a really good position.
Oh, he's supposed to say too.
Cells on his bottom. That's it.
I know, but this is very close to the androids.
Done. Too bad. Not so not yet. I see. So you're a glutton for punishment. Sad. I think you just don't know when to quit.
Do you think that Vegeta can do this if he tries, like Piccolo said? I think that Vegeta's a glutton for fighting. Oh no, he's powering up with me. He just like sucked the life off the planet, look. I mean the island.
Let's go smoke signals. There's something going on down there, and it can only mean one thing. So, he's there.
Of course he is. Look at the electricity he just created.
He's like terraforming the island with his energy.
It's not good. So, Is not Satan cells can be like Super Saiyan?
That's a good question that the comments will have to answer below.
Yeah.